I've been reading Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It is one of the books that so many people will add to the top of their books that you should read. Now, I started reading it about, like a year or two ago, and I got, this is the physical version, Think and Grow Rich, and I got to about page 72 of 200-ish pages. Then I learned of this new tool called Hoopla, Hoopla, which ties to your library card and allows you to basically download audiobooks. And you know me, I love a good audiobook, and so I've been reading this book, now listening, Think and Grow Rich, starting from start to finish, top to bottom, left to right, up and down, on the old Hoopla app. And it's lovely. But something that was pretty interesting to me was this concept that Sir Napoleon Hill talks about where, let's say you have a career, your business, your brand, whatever it is, and you have this board, or the word he uses is a cabinet, but like a board of directors, if you will. And these individuals in this board could be whoever in the world that you would want them to be. And in this case, they're all ghosts, basically. They're all fictitious, real characters. But they're people who are now either not in his life or had passed at that point. And so what's really interesting about this is he talks about how at the end of every day, or quite often, I guess, he would talk to these people and ask for advice. And then I guess he would think about what would their advice be in return. So that got me thinking, if I was to create my own ghost board, or my own ghost cabinet, if you will, who would I put on that board? What if I could have a round table or dinner with these select people once a week, once a month? Who would they be, dead or alive? And then not only that, but what types of questions would I even be asking them? My guess is that you don't know who these people would be at this point because you've never thought of it this way. You don't even know what questions you would ask, but what could you do if you researched these individuals and could grasp and take their concepts and capitalize on them for your brand, for your business, for your career, by creating these ghost boards, if you will? Who would be online? Well, the two people that I can think about right now would be the man behind me and Vince McMahon. And I believe whenever people ask me this question, I then add a third person, which would be my grandfather that I never met. I don't know anything about him, but I've been told that he enjoyed sports, and I like sports too. So if you were to have a ghost board, or a board of directors, a cabinet, if you will, of people, anyone that's dead or alive, real or fake, but you then communicate with them in kind of like, like counting sheep kind of way, like you're counting your imaginary friend. It's like that. But what would you even ask them? And could you ask them questions that then you could go and research yourself and figure out what their answers would be so that they can help you? It's a pretty interesting concept. I got about 20 minutes left in the audio, which is probably like 10 pages left of Think and Grow Rich. Pick it up. It's an interesting read. I'd give it probably a 7.8 out of 10, Olympic scoring. But check it out. It's got some really interesting pieces to it. One of the most iconic lines ever in the book is how there is an individual who is mining for gold. He's 3 feet away, but quits, and basically quits and sells the property. And then someone comes in, hires a consultant who actually knows how to read the map, realizes that because of fault lines, he's actually just hasn't dug far enough, and then digs 3 feet more and gets pots of gold. It's like the end of the rainbow. So, very interesting book, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. Check it out. But I want you to be thinking about who would be on your ghost board and what type of questions would you ask them. It's a very novel concept and interesting. Would love to hear what your thoughts are. Until next time, peace and pancakes. Later.